Nodal analysis with the dependent sources. Dependent source may be four types. It may add voltage dependent voltage source, voltage dependent current current source, current dependent voltage source. So, in the today's session, we'll discuss how to analyze given network for the dependent sources using nodal analysis method. We will see this concept with an example. For the network shown below, find the power delivered by the dependent voltage source in the network. In this network, we can see there are two sources are present. One is independent voltage source, that is 80 volt here, and another one is dependent source. See, dependent sources are already we discussed. Dependent sources are going to represent by the diamond symbol. In this diamond symbol, inside the diamond symbol, if arrow mark is present, that indicates current source. Inside this diamond symbol, polarities like minus and plus are present, that indicates voltage source. In this network, we have a dependent source that is indicated by diamond symbol. Inside the diamond symbol, minus and plus polarities are represented. Hence, it is a voltage source, dependent voltage source. But we can see here the value is represented as 75 I suffix A. Nothing but this is the voltage source. It depends on current IA. So the current I is flowing through this branch. So in order to calculate the value of this dependent voltage source, we must know the value of IA. So first we will analyze as per the problem, statement of the problem for the network shown below, find the power. We have to calculate power delivered by the dependent voltage source. So, but one more thing is that we have to analyze this network with the help of nodal analysis. Nodal analysis means first we have to observe how many nodes are present in the given network. So this is the reference node, ground node. It is represented as a ground node. And apart from this ground, how many nodes are present? See, this branch is connected to here and this branch is connected to here. Only one node is present. That is indicated by the notation B1. So using nodal analysis, if we are calculating any parameter, we must apply the KCL. Kirchhoff's current law. So first I will apply the KCL at node V1. Applying the KCL at node V1. So before applying the KCL at this node, I am going to represent the currents with respect to this node. Already through this branch, 50 ohm resistance through this branch, current IA is flowing. So up only left with these two branches. So through this branch, I will represent current I2 is flowing. The current I2 is moving away from the node. And one more current I represented as a I1, that is moving away from the node V1. Okay. Now apply the KCL at node V1. So first the current I1 is moving away, hence polarity becomes minus I1. Next current, the current I2 is also moving away from the node, hence it is minus I2. Then current IA, the current I is also moving away from the node, hence it is minus IA, that is equal to 0. Okay. The next step is substitute the values of these three currents. The current I1, what is the value of current I1? The current I1 is flowing through this branch, starting from V1, and it will reach to the ground. But in between this branch, one more source is present, that is dependent voltage source is present. So because of that reason, I will substitute the value of I1 as minus as it is. V1, observe the head of the arrow mark. The head of the arrow mark of I1 is pointing to plus polarity. Hence it is V1 plus 75 IA divided by resistance. How much resistance is there? In this branch, there are two resistance are there. 10 and 15 are in series connection. Hence 10 plus 15. So once again I will repeat, minus as it is the value of I1, V1 plus 75 IA divided by 10 plus 15. Next, minus as it is the value of I2. The current I2 is flowing through this branch, starting from V1 and reaches here, ground. So in between this journey, one more voltage source is present, that is independent voltage source is present. It has the value 80 volts. Hence V1. So here the head of the arrow mark of current I2, this is pointing to negative polarity of voltage source. So we can write as V1 minus 80. V1 minus 80 divided by resistance value is 5 ohm. Okay. Next, minus as it is. Next, the value of I. The current I is flowing through this branch. V1 minus 0 divided by 50. That is equal to 0. Next step is simplification. So I will separate the terms. Then I will take the LCM. Then simplification. Minus V1 by 25 minus into plus minus 75 IA divided by 25 minus V1 by 5 minus into minus plus 80 by 5 minus V1 by 50 is equal to 0. So here we can see the LCM is 50. So make use of this LCM for all the values. So here denominator 25 is there, hence LCM is 50. So it becomes minus 2 V1 minus 75 into 2 150 IA minus here 5 is there, hence it is 10 V1 plus here also 5 is there, 8 into 10 800 minus 50 is there. So as it is V1 is equal to 0. The LCM term, that is 50, I will take right side of the equal sign. 0 multiplied by 50, it becomes 0. Then observe the coefficients of V1. How many terms are present? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 terms for V1. So add the coefficients of V1. Minus 2, minus 10 and minus 1. So minus 2 minus 10, it is minus 12 and minus 1, it is minus 30 V1 minus 150 IA as it is. I will take this 800 right side of the equal sign, it plus becomes minus 800. So for the simplification, we have to substitute the value of I. So the current I is flowing through this branch. The current I is flowing through this branch. Hence the value of current I is V1 minus 0 divided by 50, or we can write V1 by 50. Hence IA equal to V1 by 50. So let us substitute this, the value of current IA in the above equation. We can write minus 13 V1 as it is minus 150. In place of IA, I am going to substitute as V1 divided by 50. So is equal to minus 800. So for the simplification, so 150 divided by 50. So 0 0 get cancels, 5 1 ja and 5 3 ja. So it becomes minus 3 1 minus 3 V1. So next step is minus 13 V1. This is minus 3 V1 is equal to 800. Okay. Minus 13 minus 3, it becomes minus 16 V1 is equal to 800. Hence minus minus get cancels. V1 equal to 800 divided by 16. 800 divided by 16 is 50 volt. Hence we calculated the value of voltage V1 is 50 volts. Next, substitute the value of V1 in the current value. I equal to V1 by 50 is there. So substitute the value of V1 here. So 50 by 50, that is 1 ampere. Hence the value of current IA which is flowing through the branch is 1 amperes. Okay, next one more current, that is I1. I1 equal to V1 plus 75 here. You can see the network. The current I1 is flowing here. Okay. So V1 plus 75 IA divided by 25 is there. V1 75 IA divided by 25. V1 is 50. 75 into what? The value of IA is 1 ampere. So 50 plus 75 divided by 25. So do the simplification and we got the answer as 5 amperes. But the question is we have to calculate power delivered by the dependent source. The dependent source is 75 I. It is what? Voltage. How to calculate power? Power is equal to V into I. See, it is the voltage. This is nothing but what? This is nothing but V. So we know how to calculate the value of power. Power equal to V into I. V is known. But through this branch, which current is flowing? The current I1 is flowing. Hence, power delivered by the dependent source is P equal to V multiplied by I1. So substitute the value of here. V is indicated by 75 uh, IA multiplied by current I1. So next is substitution of the values. 75 as it is, the value of IA is 1 ampere multiplied by I1 is already we calculated, that is 5 amperes. Here substituted 75 into 1 multiplied by 5, that is 375 watts. Hence, the power delivered by the dependent source is P equal to 375 watts. So because of that reason, here inside the bracket, I written power delivered.